something has happened. Let me talk about that. So what happened? Prior to the 1800s, Christianity was considered a rational religion. And Christians valued the mind. And Christians dominated in the areas of science and philosophy. After the 1800s, we start to see this shift. And many people no longer consider Christianity a rational religion. They think Christians are irrational. A lot of Christians will kind of pride themselves in it. Yep, I don't need reason. I just use God or something like that. I rely on the Spirit, not the mind. Okay? Fewer Christians are valuing the mind today. And now the secularists, the non-religious people, are dominating in science, and then philosophy is dead. And when you get rid of philosophy, that is key in what has actually caused there's this whole problem with thinking that Christianity is irrational. Because philosophy is the discipline that we use to argue that God exists and for the truth of the Christian faith. But here's the natural explanation. The scientific revolution is the period from roughly 1550 to about 1700. Okay, so about 300 years ago. Scientific revolution was good. It was great. There's nothing bad about science, okay? But here's what happened. This is just kind of a side effect that occurred. Empirical observation is what people use to disprove a lot of false beliefs of the past. For example, a lot of the classical philosophers of the past, like Plato and Aristotle, they thought that the Earth was the center of what? Yeah, of the solar system and the universe. If observation has proven that the sun is the center of our solar system, the Earth doesn't seem to be the center of anything, okay? And when that happened, people started throwing away classical philosophy altogether. Classical philosophy is necessary to demonstrate the truth of the Christian faith. And when you get rid of it, that's why we're in the problem that we're in, okay? So we have the collapse of gradual philosophy, and that's why the secularists are really dominating. That's why the average person doesn't even know what philosophy is. I mean, if we took philosophy out of the schools, it's an elective now instead of required, and so we haven't learned how to think in the right categories, okay? Unbelievers have now jumped on this and used this as an opportunity to attack the Christian faith because we've gotten rid of our weapons, all right? And today, most people no longer think that Christianity is a rational faith, and the church's response has really been to reject science and philosophy in general. Not all Christians are doing this. But many have been. This is kind of the trend. And to hide from our evil culture, right? Okay. And then Christians handed over the universities to the secularists. These universities, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, these used to be conservative Christian universities that offered apologetic classes. Do you know that? Today, something has changed. What happened? Christians basically left, and just handed everything over to the opponents of the faith. And since the 1800s, there has been a shift in Christian thinking concerning the value of the mind.